Hey everybody, Tyler Weingartner here for GameSpot, and I'm here with Chris Waters.
It's Trials time!
Goddamn right it is. We're going to check out 5 more Trials tracks. I know you've been paying attention to this game, but there have been loads of great tracks coming out from this community. We definitely want to get a chance to show off more of them.
And the first one is Sparkplug by a web designer.
What do you think that guy does?
Well, he makes a track that is jumps, themed, multiple routes, and something wild. Let's see how it goes. This is Chris playing, by the way, so you can correctly attribute my rad skills to me when you're watching the video.
So I saw this track and I just really love the look of it. I mean, because you see, looks like you're in this crazy skyscape of these, kind of metal steel balls on tracks. And, there's a lot of, kind of physics toys that get made like this, and these things always fascinated me as a child. And as you see all these ball bearings and electricity arcing around in the background, just makes for a great landscape. But also, it's just a fun track to play around on. Chris, what do you think of it so far?
This is my second time through on this track, and after a little bit of initial trouble there, things are going pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's
made it. Land it.
It's a good dynamic track. It's got a couple multiple paths. Chris was on one of them that you saw just a moment there.
But now I'm on a different one.
You can bypass all that stair stepping, but because he fudged his landing on one of those, he fell down and had to do the stair climb.
Oh god!
But there's a surprise for you.
That gets me every time.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And tricky to stick that
landing.
landing.
What? Now there's a fire?
Tricky to stick that landing in a meaningful way so you aren't slowly inching your way back that steep incline.
Yeah.
This one does force you onto the Scorpion, which is great because it gives you a good starting point for knowing which tool which bike is the right tool to finish the job. But maybe the right tool to finish the job might not be Chris Waters here.
Ooh, I'm gonna do this, Tyler. I'm not gonna beat your best score because you only have one fault. But
I'm not doubting you.
This is happening. Yeehaw.
But I had a lot more time to agonize on this track because I played it a lot. I love it.
Oh gosh, and that's like where it looks really like I'm about to get crushed.
But you don't.
And I did a new personal best.
So that is a look at Sparkplug by a web designer.
All right, I'm gonna pass the control over to Tyler for our next track.
So this one is Steam Workshop by Archeo Assassin, and it is just a stage that has a lot of great mechanics and dynamic stuff that's happening kind of right in time with as you're playing along with it. It is a hard track, and I picked the Scorpion for that, where normally you'd want to steer towards the Phoenix. But it just has so much stuff that's just perfectly timed for the pacing of this motorcycle. Like this right here. You're like, I don't know how this is going to end. And the track is like, don't worry about it, buddy. And then you go through and do another one of those.
Wow.
But this track has a bit of a twist to it, which we're going to see.
Make it!
And it wasn't, the twist wasn't me falling on my head there.
It's all right, we'll get to see this like clockwork thing. This is really some neat feats of timing.
Press this one slowly because I know it's going to hurtle me into the air.
Oh, and it closes the
then safely catch me.
Or manhole cover, I suppose. Bonk! Oh wow, that looked painful.
Talk about being not safely caught. Let's see.
What? Ooh! And you make it on top of that little thing. Nope. Can you still
good
it, right? Hill climb. Oh, get it. Nice. Good recovery. All right, it's another elevator.
You think so?
I do think so.
No.
Nope, it just kind of explodes.
The Steam Workshop is now broken. And now we've got the description for this one is, can you escape the exploding Steam Workshop?
Oh, really? Now things are starting to go sour here.
Things are going bad.
Yeah, these platforms seem to be having a little bit of trouble staying aloft. Come on, you can make it. Tyler.
Need a little bit more runway there. Take that landing. Then we're
wow, nice.
Like, that's a bad way to go.
Evasive maneuvers. Oh, weird. The whole changing direction thing it always gets me. Like I still don't expect it, even though I have played a lot of Trials Evolution, and that's totally a thing that happens in the game. Oh, you better move. You gotta. Go. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I don't think you're on the right side of that incline. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Now we're landing.
It's another turn coming.
Steam blasts to ride on.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Bumpy. Bumpsies. Do you find explosions distracting or exciting?
A little of both. Bit of a tricky climb to execute here.
Especially with your scorpion.
Yeah, this is the first time I played this track. I felt like, well, maybe I've brought the wrong tool here. But then I tried playing with the Phoenix and just
There it is. Just wasn't the right bike for the job.
it just didn't feel right because they set up all these nice physics events that happen in time with the momentum of the Scorpion, and then doing with the Phoenix just like.
Do you think they'd maybe like choose the Phoenix and force you into it? But no, it sort of leaves you to. Well, you know, I mean, just
Maybe,
because
some parts may be slightly more challenging with
like this one.
with the Scorpion, but it's a lot more satisfying. Let's put it at that.
A matter of preference. Is it gonna get it? Oh, yes, he is.
Of course they are.
Uh-oh. Okay, count it. It's still good. Ah! Yeah, it's gonna not work out.
This tricky jump to end it with because you land really heavily on this platform, which pulls it down. But you've got to get away from it.
I want to see some forward flips. Oh yeah, this
Let me stick this to the forward flip. Yes,
there it is. Nicely done.
Yeah, and you got to get away from that platform with enough momentum that you can clear that last jump. So that was Steam Workshop by Archeo Assassin, and now we will
And
hand
if you
it back.
folks are looking for these tracks, Tyler's pro tip is that the creator search is probably the best way to go.
Yeah, the creator search is the best way to go, and make sure you use it. Make sure you type it in with the case sensitivity. Make sure you're paying attention to that because the game will know the difference between uppercase Jorm 4 and lowercase Jorm 4.
And this Jorm 4 appears to be a Red Links employee. Is that what that little RL is?
It could be.
All right, I have no idea what this is. Snakes. You downloaded this. I've never played it before.
This is a skill game, and if you've ever owned a phone from the Nokia Corporation, you know this game.
Oh, yeah.
So you're this stubby little snake, and you just go and collect barrels. The rules are real simple. You collect barrels, and you get longer. Don't touch the walls, and don't touch yourself.
Wow.
And you just keep going.
Just when you thought Snake could not be on any more platforms, it's on Trials Evolution.
And I never got to that point with this, but I believe also if you let that meter on your left-hand side run out, you will probably also end your game. But yeah, as far as skill games go, it's good to get away from the motorcycle and play some Snake.
Oh gosh, botched it.
And
this is pretty creative.
This is how these sorts of games get unravel, is when you just barely miss the barrel. You can play this game with both the D-pad and the analog stick.
I've been switching back and forth. I think I'm settling on D-pad as the way to go. Oh, I just got a double get there. Uh-oh, this is bad. Okay.
Oh, and that's how a Snake game is.
With devouring yourself.
Yep. And
solid work.
So I get the controller back so I can show off Castlevania. This is by Akaishism. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Akaishism, sure.
So this is one of many themed video game level,
We-
themed after classic video
We
games.
saw a few in the last episode we did.
We
Super
did.
Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the Limbo track in Trials proper.
Yeah.
It's dark and you're in a forest.
As any Castlevania game should start. However,
There's a big moon. Oh.
Castlevania games should not start with screwing you over with this little rock there. But I love this part because any Castlevania game wouldn't be perfect without having to knock a door down. And you see with the rise into that grate there, this is certainly an homage to Super Castlevania 4 from the SNES.
Oh my god, it's so hard to see.
Any of you in the audience want to start whistling Simon's theme, you would get a high five from me. Now we're down in the
dungeons now.
Well, we're down in the murky waterways where the mermen would normally be popping up and spitting rocks at us. But I guess mermen were a bit tricky to create in the Trials SDK.
But we do have a skeleton warrior.
Got a skeleton, thankfully not throwing bones at us. And also, thankfully, this skeleton dragon isn't giving us a rough time. Yeah, there's this weird updraft thing here that is sometimes tricky to get right.
Oh yeah, because you gotta get your momentum so you don't hit that first block. Like you can keep, and don't hit that other block. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then...
Oh, and I see some flying, oh yes, various flying enemies in the background. And like the spooky castle in the background too.
Got,
Nice.
Oh man, what are those guys from Symphony of the Night? Slogra and... I can't remember. And there's a good friend, the Grim Reaper. Thankfully, we don't have to fight him. Because he would... That guy always does you wrong in Castlevania.
Oh, now you're on a skeleton face. I like it.
And then, good old Dracula.
Hey, buddy.
Chris, what is a man?
I don't know the answer.
It's a miserable little pile of secrets.
Castlevania, nice work.
5 stars.
All right, and now we're gonna wrap it up with one last track.
Wait, got one final one. Chris is going to play through this one.
Pandora, Final V version.
By Schnee Henri.
Now this one offers a stark visual contrast to Castlevania, as you can clearly see.
Really brightly colored. It's a nice serene tropical landscape.
I'm on Phoenix here.
But not
Wow.
a tropical paradise, not without its dangers. Get a nice swing here. Kind of like from, what was that, the suspension stage from the proper game.
Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah.
Now this one seems like you'd be able to execute it with the scorpion, but it does force you onto the phoenix, and you'll see some of the stuff you see later. You'll be thankful for that.
Oh, what's
But in
good?
the meantime, we
I
got
don't need to
falling rocks, got some flaming pits.
smash face. Abrupt turn. Oh, okay. Oh, weird. Not sure what the. Oh.
Okay, you're still good, still climbing.
Place is crumbling. So I'm now up in the sky.
Yeah, so this is where we start to see which Pandora
Oh,
this is
no.
named for, which is it is not named after everybody's favorite internet music streaming service, but
The Borderlands Pandora?
that would be a great Pandora to ride a Trials motorcycle through, and hopefully we'll see one of those maybe after Borderlands 2 comes out. But no, this is most notably named for James Cameron's Pandora. So I think as long as you don't go mining for that, at the top of this cliff must be where they're keeping that unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
That's why it's so hard to get to.
Huzzah! After a few tries, I am up and on my way. What is that? Loading over my head. Let's actually
So there's one of the hover jet things from the film there. A couple of rocks to hop across. And, another hill, not quite as steep as the last one, and a little bit
climbing.
smoother. Jump through the gate,
Wow, I thought I
and
was
get
gonna
some
hit my
fireworks.
And sticks the landing. Yes. That one is cool. I really like it. Very colorful, very like almost oversaturated. And that is Pandora V2, Final V2 by Shi on Rate. Check below for the full list of all the tracks we showed off today, as well as the creators, which is the best way to search for them. And Tyler, great selection. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, these. I mean, as I said before, there is just so much content that's coming out for this game that, you know, a lot of really creative stuff that people are coming up with, and yeah, I feel like this one is just getting started. I can't wait to see what more people create. If you have a track that you're really fond of that we haven't taken notice of yet, let us know in the comments below, and we will certainly check it out. And once again, for GameSpot, I'm Tyler Weingartner.
And I'm Chris Waters.
And thank you very much for watching.
Cheers.